crossing through 25 states and traveling 6,000 miles.
There's Heber Valley. We are concluding the Year of the Mustang journey right back here where we started.
Anything else we can do for you?
You've done it.
That's it? No, that's awesome.
This is the Year of the Mustang.
All right, guys, welcome back to the Year of the Mustang. It is Monday, the beginning of week 63. It is the last week of the Year of the Mustang journey. We're gonna be crossing right back into Utah here in a second. I am leaving Bear River, Wyoming, and we got about 25 miles today. Gonna be headed down to Ensign Ranches in Echo Canyon. But big thanks to Mike and Krista for putting me up through the weekend. Mike's also gonna drive the gearhead today, so shout out to him for that. Gonna be taking some back hill routes here, and then we'll be getting on Frontage Road down 80 a little later. All right, guys, we just crossed back into Utah from Wyoming, and we are here for good. All right, guys, I'm going down the Wasatch Frontage Road, which is a side road next to Interstate 80. And it's this stretch of 80 that I've driven many times, so it's kind of funny to be going down through here. But yeah, basically everything from here on is second nature to me. I recognize it completely. Sure-footed Mustangs, baby. Oh, sketchy. Oh, well, we're in for the night, and I just got off the phone with tomorrow night's stay and everything after that set. And it just hit me that that's the last time I'm gonna be wondering where I'm staying the next night, or how I'm gonna feed these horses, and that's it. You know, something you take for granted, security, being in one place. No more wondering what's next. All right, guys, we're at Castle Rock, getting the day going. Gonna get back on the tracks here and ride those down till we get to Echo Canyon Road. All right, guys, it is Tuesday, and I am in Echo Canyon, Utah. We've got 23 or 24 miles. We're going to Colville. Big thanks to the Ensign Ranch, Jeff, Chaz, Nate for hooking me up last night with a place to stay. We're gonna probably go ride these guys to the fairgrounds in Colville tonight. It's pretty warm. Take a jacket off here. All right, we're passing through an area called Emery. There's Hanging Rock. Little tiny arch. Okay, guys, this is Weber Reservoir, and it's one of 3 reservoirs we got to get around to get home. Tomorrow we'll go around Rockport, and then the last day we got to get around Jordanelle. Okay, guys, we are starting out the morning of the second to last day in Colville. It's already starting to warm up. Started out pretty cold though. We're gonna go get on the Union Pacific Rail Trail to Wanship. All right, we're going under Highway 80. Wonder what horses think about being underground. All right, we're going up and over Rockport Dam. Coming into Peoa. Okay, guys, so I'm here between Peoa, Oakley, and Camas, and this is the western edge of the Uinta Mountains, which is the highest elevated mountain range in Utah, and this is where it meets into the backside of the Wasatch. There's Camas. Feels really weird, but cool at the same time to be back somewhere I'm so familiar with. Everything the last couple of days, like I recognize it all, and I'm not used to recognizing anything.
Well, we made her in, guys. This is it. The last night of the Year of the Mustang journey, which is crazy. It's like, already? That's what it feels like to me anyways. Just 20 more miles, and we'll roll into Sage Creek Equestrian. Over around Jordanelle tomorrow, and we'll be in Heber City. Got lots going on tomorrow. It's gonna be fun. And I feel like I've accomplished what I set out to do, but at the same time, it's like leaving paradise. I've loved this so much. It's gonna be hard to get back to a normal life, I think. But on to the next adventure, right? All right, guys, good morning. It is the last day on the trail. We are going. Let's go do it. Let's get this. I thought it was appropriate that we bring back an old friend for our last day in.
All right, guys. We're leaving Francis. Next stop, Heber City. There's the Wasatch Range. Back to our home county. Going over the Provo River. I grew up fishing it. This is what we call the end of the upper Provo River. I live closer to the middle. Yeah, this is pouring out of the Uintas and goes all the way down to Utah Lake. There's Rock Cliff State Park. That's the Jordanelle Reservoir. Out there you can see Deer Valley Ski Resorts. Here's Jordanelle. Almost there, just got to turn this corner up here. We're dropping down into Heber Valley. There's Jordanelle Dam. My neighbor who works for the water department actually took us all in there when we were teenagers. You can go down deep inside of it. All right, guys. I got Utah State Highway Patrol giving us a hand down 32. It's a pretty crazy hill down here. Pretty tight, so glad to have him behind us. There she is. Beautiful Mount Timpanogos. About to show you guys one of the best views in the entire country. There's Heber Valley. Welcome home, guys. Anyhow, guys, big thanks to Trooper Hagan for coming down with the Utah Highway Patrol, driving behind us through all that sketchy stuff. We are on this little side trail, which I guess has been built since I've been gone. I did not know it was here. So that's pretty cool. I'm going through an area known as the North Fields. And somehow that highway got even busier while I was gone. Only about half of those houses were there too, on that hill. Heber's one of the fastest growing towns in the country. I know, Belle. I'm back. It feels weird. It doesn't feel real. It's almost like none of it happened at all. Or like I'm not really here. I'm not really sure. Not the same person that left, I guess. Probably got really the same valley either. All right, guys, we were going down Main Street, Heber. Big thanks to Heber City Police. They're getting me down.
Anything else we can do for you?
You've done it.
That's it? No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
What
Thank
a
you so
journey.
much.
Dude, no, thank you.
Appreciate
Welcome
all
home.
the help.
Welcome home. I'm happy to do it. Good
Love
luck.
it. Thank you again
Yeah.
for all your work.
Yeah, super easy.
Good deal.
Good job.
This is my middle school. Never thought the only time I'd ever be back here was on a horse. Guys, 14 months and 10 days ago, I rode up that canyon in fall colors, red leaves, with these same 3 horses. It's Big Hollow Canyon. That way, Sage Creek, a few more minutes. Almost there. Bella knows she's almost home. She's working. Like coming home. Right back where we started. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. It means the world to me you come out to support us. I wish I had myself put together better to be able to say it, but I just thank you. I know many of you guys have supported us throughout this entire journey. We are concluding the Year of the Mustang journey right back here where we started. Big thanks to Jim and Donette and Sage Creek Equestrian for their continued support throughout the journey, looking after Bella while she was home, gonna be looking after these guys now that they're all home, and for everything that they've done. We've gone just over 6,000 miles through 25 states. The previous continuous horseback record within the United States, as far as number of states goes, with the same horses, was 16. So we blew that out of the water. So, longest continuous horse journey done within a year's time in the US as well. All done with wild horses. And I just want my ending piece to be that these horses have suffered, bled, worked, sweat to no end to get us here to the end, through storms, rivers, over hundreds and hundreds of mountains. And they've proven their worth again and again. I owe my very life to them. I owe my life to my Heavenly Father, and I wouldn't be here on this arena soil right now if it weren't for Him. I'm shaking, I can't believe it. It doesn't feel real, but one of the things that surprised me most about the Year of the Mustang journey, I say this over and over again, was the people who wanted to help us everywhere I went. And I get asked all the time, well, what'd you think of people in this state or this state, right? And I didn't meet a bad person in any of them. I've come to find that there's good people everywhere. And sure, it's the outlook I have in the experience that I'm living, but at the same time, I just want to thank everyone throughout this entire nation who stepped up to help us make this happen. It's been a remarkable experience being able to help loads of people start the adoption process to adopt their first wild horses, and also just to be some people's first experiences with horses in general. I'm just privileged. I'm so blessed to get to be a part of everything we went through, everything we saw. for the Year of the Mustang. Let's hear it for Bella, Denver, and Eddie.
I don't want to steal the spotlight. I am the younger brother after all, and I have a tendency to do that. But I want to say, the first time I heard about the Year of the Mustang, I was living in Spain. I remember being on a video call with you as you told me what your plan was. I think you were expecting me to tell you not to, but I was in awe that my big brother could dream as big as this. And he has been a continual inspiration to me to dream big. It was that night on another continent that I ended that phone call and I said to myself, yeah, I'm gonna do something like that. Not the same thing, I mean, I'm not really a horse guy, but that being said, I wanna do something like that. And that is the kind of inspiration you have been. And so thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
Come on.
I would be remiss to say we have to thank him. If it were not for Logan, none of this would be out for the whole world to see, right? He is the one who put countless hours into editing and to making this happen, right? Big thanks to my mother and father as well. They also put tons of effort into making sure that everything runs smoothly with the channels, making everything organized. Dan and Leah Harvath, this really has become a family effort, which I never would have imagined either when I was leaving, and it became something just incredible. Yep, we got Gus War here. That's an honor. Holy cow! Oh,
and I can't express enough appreciation from the government by any means. I mean, what Jake has done to bring exposure to the endurance, adaptability, stamina, love, partnership, the Mustang is just it's another horse. It's another member of people's family that can do anything a domestic horse can do, and you've
Absolutely.
proven to the world that, you know what, they're there for everybody. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it. Thanks, buddy. Proud of you.
Appreciate it.
Pretty emotional about this, because Donette and I, we don't have kids, but Jake is one of our kids, and all we've hoped for in our 35-year career training horses is that we would pass on good horsemanship and create a legacy that would move and empower people to change their opinions about things, and Jake's done that. He's so surpassed anything that we've done. I'm just so proud of him, and I have to tell a little story. So there's a little sign above the archway in here that says Dare to Dream, and he come into the office and he said, I'm gonna do this, and Donette and I, we kind of had to swallow hard because
he's a good hand.
Jake's a good hand. He was helping us with some young horses, and we're like, dang it. And he says, well, you do realize that this is your fault. And then he pointed at that sign above the door. And
You told me to dare to dream.
so all I can say is I'm just super impressed with this young man. And he's set the bar in so many ways, and I just can't wait to see what he's going to do in the future, because he's already inspired and moved people in a huge way. We're glad you're home safe.
Glad to be here. Thank you. I want to share with you guys what I consider to be one of the greatest speeches ever given. It's definitely the greatest speech ever given by a president. And it was given by Theodore Roosevelt in 1910 in Paris. And it's called Citizen in a Republic. However, the excerpt I want to share with you is more famously known as The Man in the Arena. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who come short again and again. Because there is no effort without error and shortcoming. But who does actually strive to do the deeds? Who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions? Who spends himself in a worthy cause? Who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement? And who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat.
This is it, guys. This is the last theme of the journey. And I'll be sure to keep it going for you guys a little bit here and there afterwards, but this is a special one. I want to tell you a story about a young man back at the beginning of 2023, not too long ago. And this young man had a dream, something he had not done yet. He wanted to cross America horseback. And for years up until this point, he'd planned and plotted. He'd gotten educated on how he was going to take his horses all across the American nation. And he was so excited. It was something he thought about almost every day for years. He set goals, he made plans, he set a date, he set a month. He said September 2023, that would be enough time. That'd be enough time for me to get everything ready. And sure enough, not too long, that year came. Not much more than a month in, on a dark night, he was by himself, doing as he'd often done with his spare time. He was planning. He was figuring out the kinks. And suddenly, he started to get hit like a missile strike by fear. Just one thought after the other hitting him on every side. And he'd had plenty of concerns in the past, but nothing like this. He had never been overwhelmed with so much dread about what could go wrong, all the things that could happen on a journey such as this. He was impacted by thoughts of dying, horses dying, errors, failures, fear. A month prior to this, he found himself in the woods, praying to God, asking if it was God's will that he do a trip like this. He'd always gotten answers before when he'd asked about the big decisions of his life. So why not this? He'd prayed many times before, but this was the one. And he got a long-awaited but unexpected answer. That answer was, "It's your decision. I will not command you to do it or to not. But if you do, I will protect you, and I will bring you home." Fast forward back again to that dark night, and in all the thoughts of fear, he realized that he was sitting on a fence. On one side of the fence was everything he was familiar with, everything he had founded, everything established about his life. And the fence he was sitting on, it was the decision. What was he experiencing? What was his fear? It was the deep breath before the plunge. On the other side of the fence was the unknown, the uncharted territory, that which he had not experienced. And why did he hesitate? Because he knew that if he jumped, he'd have to swim. And he sat on that fence, wrestling with himself, wondering if this was really the right course. After all, had God not said it was up to me? Is what he told himself. But he knew at this time that he couldn't spend any more time planning on this if he wasn't going to fully commit and make the dive. I'm gonna let you guess what you think that young man's decision was. Courage. Courage comes from a French word that means of the heart. There's a massive distinction between doing what is easy and doing what is right. It's easy to follow the herd, and it's easy to go with the flow of the river. It ain't no fun paddling upstream, we all know that. It's easy to do what everyone else does. We figure that out pretty well as quick as we're born. Doing what is right is not the same as doing what is easy. And that's not just a nice phrase. On a personal level, doing the easy thing in your life is not necessarily you doing what's right for you. Courage is not the absence of fear, just the opposite. In fact, courage is the presence of fear, yet superseding that fear regardless. John Wayne said, "Courage is being scared to death."
and saddling up anyways. Could you just picture it? What would your life be like if you didn't care what anyone else thought about you? If you could make all your fears disappear, all your doubts, dead, gone, where would you be? Who would you be? What would your life be like? Just picture that for me. I bet you like the look of it. Yeah, it took courage to finish this trip. It took courage to stay on this trip. But most of all, it took courage to start. The best demonstration of courage I could think of is someone who was true to their heart, regardless of circumstances, regardless of the options presented to them, regardless of what anyone thought. And it's something I can't talk into you, which makes this so painful. The best thing I could do was demonstrate. If I could reach through the screen and pour a gallon of courage into you, I would. I hope people watch this video series, and if they take away anything, it's that they don't have to be afraid. Whatever it is keeping them up at night, and whatever fears are stopping them from going after it, it's all part of it. I hope you take the plunge. I hope you get off the fence, that you land on the right side. There's going to be fears. I hope you saddle up anyways. It's worth every mile. That's an understatement for me. Thank you guys. Oh my gosh, guys, what a day it has been. It's been so much fun. I am back in Heber City. I am back in the house that I grew up in, which is really weird, but also really fun. I just gotta thank everyone for making the closing day of the Year of the Mustang such a success. It was so much fun. Thanks to all the media that came out to support. Thanks to Sage Creek Equestrian for the reception, and also for them taking Bell Hut Denver and Eddie back in. They are starting a well-deserved rest, the most deserved of any horses in the world, really. So yeah, it's just amazing. I'm just grateful to my Heavenly Father I'm back home, and it's wonderful to be with family and friends again. Big thanks to you guys. It's you guys that made this all possible. It's your support of this channel. It's your continued encouragement. I love you guys. You're my family, and I think this is a wonderful time to announce that we are not done, because I've been getting loads of messages. We're so sorry to see this journey end and to see this series be over. Guys, relax. I ain't going anywhere. Yes, the Year of the Mustang journey is concluding, but the Jake Harvath channel has just gotten started. Guys, we are going to talk more about this, but we are not done here yet. Please continue to look for our upcoming content that we'll have coming out every week on the Year of the Mustang. If you enjoy this video, make sure you hit that like button. If you're not already subscribed, go subscribe. If this is your first time here, you got a lot of catching up to do, because we had 14 months worth of riding horseback across America, and you don't want to miss a single bit of it, so you better go look back. Guys, until the next one, adios.